I love that intro every time I watch it, which has been, yeah, about every time I've opened this game. So, hello everyone, and welcome to the inaugural stream of Ars Arcanorum, brought to you by me, the one, the only Caduceus. That's right, I am the only true Caduceus. Do not trust the other Caducei, they are all filthy liars. I made this stream because I've always been drawn to great stories, and I hate it when streamers disrespect the stories of the games that they're playing. They do this in many ways, by talking during cutscenes, by breezing through dialogue options at light speed, and even just by not pausing at certain points in the game that are obviously intended to increase immersion, such as where you have intricate murals on a temple wall, or you come across a panoramic vista, or, things like that. So, just in brief, I'm going to try to only speak when my input won't be detracting from the gameplay. As you can see, I've chosen as our starting game here, The Witcher 3. This is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is the final installment of a series based on the novels by Andrzej Sapkowski, a Polish fantasy writer. These novels are some of my favorite examples of amazing fantasy literature, and the games, I feel, have done a good job of staying true to many of the characters. I won't spoil the plot for those of you who haven't played, but if you ask questions in chat about the lore, I'm fairly certain that I can probably answer most of them, having read all of the books. I don't know everything, and I can't promise I won't get something wrong, but I will try my best. So, as you can see, I have currently just the basic game. I would like to get Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine, especially because I know that some characters from the books who haven't yet appeared in the games do make an appearance in Blood and Wine. But I have not purchased the expansions, so we are just going to be playing the basic game for now. And I'm just going to go through the tutorial, the starting part of the game. So it should be a bit of a short stream, but at least we'll be able to see what the gameplay is like, and you guys can learn about the fantastic lore that goes on here. So yeah, I'll just start with new game. It's been a while since I played. I don't remember picking a difficulty before. Okay, I'm just going to get you to close your eyes for a second while I pick a difficulty that I feel will allow me to demonstrate the story in the game. And if it gets a little bit too easy, I'll increase the difficulty. Are your eyes closed? Are you sure? I don't believe you. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Okay, you can open them.
Find that amusing.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
So, later then.
See you later.
Okay, so for those of you who have not played this game before, and who are not familiar with the Witcher universe, essentially Witchers are humans who have been subjected to extensive mutations by sort of, they were like a renegade group of sorcerers. Most mages in the Northern Realms, so the principal Northern Realms being the four main kingdoms, Temeria, Kedwin, Edirn, and Redania, and then there are other realms like the Hangforce League, Lyria and Rivia. But anyway, most of the sorcerers in the Northern Realms, they belong to this conclave that actually, by the time of the games, which is set after the books, no longer exists. And a group that did not belong to the conclave, it's not, I guess technically they did kind of qualify as rogues, but they're not evil or anything. They devised a way to they devised the mutations, the mutagens that caused the mutations that make humans into witchers. And witchers, if you were paying attention in the intro cinematic, hunt monsters. Monsters are in this world as a result of the conjunction of the spheres. This event that was sort of a breakdown of the barrier between separate realities, and monsters were creatures that entered the world and had no ecological niche, and so they kind of just became a blight upon humanity, and so they made witchers to deal with them. So Geralt, this main character, is a witcher. He is one of the most legendary witchers, actually. He's pretty old. He's almost 100 by this point. I think he was in his 80s or something in the books. And over there, doing her hair, is Yennefer. She is a sorceress. I think that she's also about 100 years old. So both witchers and sorcerers and sorceresses age more slowly. Yeah. So let's just have a look around here. Man, I love the intricate detail that they put into this. There. That's, witchers are not as capable of magic as sorcerers. Witchers have some magical talent that they develop as a result of drinking elixirs, or in Geralt's case, because his mother was a druid, and so that gift of magic passed along through the generations to him. In fact, at one point in the books, someone makes him an offer to join the ranks of the sorcerers because he has such strong latent magical power, but he doesn't take them up on it, for reasons that I will let you learn from reading the books yourselves, though I can try to elaborate a little bit more if you're interested. Yeah, the Witcher senses. It's been a while since I played this game.
Got any clothes that aren't black or white?
Undergarments.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that yet. There's other stuff to explore in the room.
Shit. Mountain Pass as beautiful as ever.
Go away, tooltip. You're spoiling the view. Oh, fine. Yes, 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 yes. Good. Done. Now let me see this. So this is Kaer Morhen, the castle of the Witchers. It's derelict now, and there are a few Witchers remaining, but it was once quite beautiful. There between the pillars of the balustrade you can see Ciri training. I guess we'll go down and meet her. This is her first appearance in the games, although she has been mentioned many times, and she was very, very important in the books.
Master's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course. Guess she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too.
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Gotta admit, we've spoiled her.
We've spoiled her. I've been saying it from the start. Ciri needs a firm hand.
Been saying that true. Then you let her walk all over you just like the rest of us do.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she is to become one of us. I'll see you below.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike. You're not in a circus, pirouette. Wrong. Footwork. Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. Won't happen again.
Better not. Vesemir said if it does, he'll make you eat a bowl of slugs covered in salt.
You!
Exactly. So you best behave. Come on. We'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
Yeah, sure, it's been a while since I played.
Of course. Is a Witcher school or an elven bathhouse?
To the bottom.
Maybe if you fall. What did I tell you about breathing? Through your mouth, in rhythm with your steps. Ciri, cut it out. I win.
So pretty.
Geralt?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no. Vesemir's got that look.
What did you expect?
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zerrikania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
Brat.
So you did the reading. Why not admit it right off?
Never pounce on an advantage as soon as it appears. Wait till it stands to have maximum effect. Uncle Vesemir's words.
Well, you're a quick study. Quick, but mischievous. Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dump.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
I'll pick in a second. Be right back. Okay. Yeah. Been a little while, so let's make sure I
Should work
remember
on
everything.
basics. Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals, and Ciri's barely a novice.
Draw your sword, Geralt.
Yeah, so here we go. A little bit of an explanation as to what Witchers can do. So, because Witchers have undergone mutations, they are faster, stronger, and more hardy than normal humans. That said, a lot of fighting monsters is actually preparing ahead of time to exploit the weakness of those monsters. So Witchers have to learn to identify the signs of, what monsters are active in the area, and also have to know what the weaknesses are and train to exploit them. One thing that I never really understood in this universe is why Witchers fight like they're acrobats and fencers. Like earlier when we were watching Ciri practice on the pendulums, balance is supremely important when you're fighting, but the kind of flashiness and twirling that she was doing, which, to be fair, Geralt, kind of criticized her for, saying, you're not in the circus, but he does the same thing sometimes with elaborate flourishes of his sword and everything, and it just seems like it's counterproductive. it would be helpful sometimes in a duel to distract your opponent to fight like that, but when fighting monsters, it's just kind of silly, I think. But that said, Witchers are extremely effective, so what do I know? Yeah. I guess it does say, that Witchers use a steel sword for fighting humans, and non-humans like elves and dwarves and that, but primarily they're supposed to fight monsters, so whatever.
Quick cut. 1, 2, 3. Strong strikes now. Give it all you got. Never lock your elbow when striking.
Position, Siri. Footwork. Remember.
What now? Parry. Siri, see how Geralt throws his sword. It's angry. Pretend now, live later. Had enough? Riposte! Strike! Counter-strike!
The riposte and counterattacks, that was timing. There we go. Timing your parry for the attack.
Now, young lady, bring the day to a close. We'll go over a few witches' signs. Let's start with Gwen. Siri, Gwen is sometimes called the Witch's Shield. Now watch carefully to see why.
Ah, shit. Okay, what am I using?
Cast Igni, Geralt.
There we go.
I want to see sparks fly. See? If not for the Gwen sign, I'd be aflame by now. Hard, Geralt. Come on. See that, Siri? Ard will knock anyone or anything off balance. Destroy their rhythm. Time for Axie. Damn it. I hate this feeling.
That's the mind control one, I'm sure. Yep.
Axie can really muddle your mind. Erden now. Show her, Geralt. See this, Siri? Couldn't move if I wanted to.
But you are moving.
Throw a bomb. Don't worry, Siri. Gwen will dampen the blow.
I kind of don't like that there are bombs in this game. I mean, there were like handheld grenades of sorts that were used in like the Siege of Malta in the 15th century, but they weren't so readily available that you should be able to get them in, the middle of buttfuck nowhere. Oh right, I have to aim. There we go. I remember there was a trick to that. Yay!
Fine. Enough. Continue training at will.
Ah! Oh, you bastard. Yeah, okay, that's enough. Ah! Spry old fuck.
nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
Started in the guest room at Kaer I was relaxing in the tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seems so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
I think it was these off-white options that you would select, and it would just expand a little bit on that. And then the gold ones, those are the options that actually advanced it towards completing the dialogue. So let's see what else there is to say.
I know we will. That's not what worries me. You've seen her tracks. She's at full gallop all the time. Breakneck speed through wild lands, devastated battlefields. She's in a hurry to get somewhere. Or fleeing something. Either way, it means trouble of some sort.
Be surprised if she wasn't in trouble. She's always poked her nose in beehives. Courtly intrigues here, mages' conspiracies there. What do you expect?
Don't know. Guess I thought once we were finally reunited, things would be calm. At least for a while.
Calm? With Yennefer? Good luck.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream?
No. A wild hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri appeared in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from any, wraiths included.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. How about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
We're gonna read it, not sniff it.
They must meet soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
That's private. Very private.
Aha, I understand. At least I think I do. Maybe not entirely, but perhaps that's for the best.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh. But it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
I smell it. Ghouls.
before any more show up.
Yeah, so one of the things that I was talking about before that the Witchers do is prepare elixirs and tonics and things that help them in combat. So these are like ghoul's blood and that kind of thing. These would be things that go as ingredients in the alchemy that they do. Any more? I think that's it. Oh, oh. If playing Fallout has taught me anything, it's pick everything up. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, what's this? Oh yeah, I guess I didn't go into that. With the Witcher universe here, there are two major factions at war right now. There are the Northern Realms, which I talked about before. You know, places like Temeria, Kedwin, Aedirn. And then there's the Empire of Nilfgaard. And the Empire of Nilfgaard lies across... I wonder, is there a map? Oh, I do have a map, good. That's the local map. Here's a world map. So, this here is the river Yaruga. At its mouth, it's like over a mile wide, and the northern kingdoms used to have fortifications here that prevented a bridgehead from being launched and secured by Nilfgaard, which was south of the Yaruga. This is the Pontar River. If you played the second game, then you would remember that one of the things that was said was that he who controls the Pontar Valley controls all the north. Essentially, this connects all four of the major kingdoms: Redania, Kedwin, Aedirn, and Temeria. Now, at the end of the last game, a new war with Nilfgaard erupted, and the Nilfgaardians, they managed to ford the river up around here, where it was, you know, shallow enough that you could do that, and they launched an army into the north, and it's taken all of this here. So Bruges, Sodden, Cidaris, Temeria, Aedirn, Lyria, and Rivia are all currently occupied by the Emperor of Nilfgaard's army. And in the north, Redania, under the leadership of King Radovid, was actually... It conquered Kedwin in something called the Winter War, which happened between last game and this game. And now it's Redania, sans Novigrad. Novigrad's a free city. It's Redania versus the Empire of Nilfgaard. And Radovid has actually been amazing as a commander in terms of marshalling his troops, and he's managed to stop Nilfgaard's advance. But the battle that we saw in the cutscene that happened, the one with Yennefer being running around trying to escape this battle, that was one of the battles between Nilfgaard and the Northern Realms. So yeah, that's the current state of the world, and this is a local map, so we are alright here. This is where I need to... Oh, it's a notice board. Oh, they included a stash. I don't think I remember that being around. They must have updated. So yeah, as you can see, the world is so incredibly detailed. There's so much going on, and I'm so much in awe of the game developers putting so much effort into rendering this game so nicely. It is all that I could have expected and hoped for in the final installment of this franchise. Yeah. But enough of me gushing. That is the end of...
This sorcerer I knew.
Hang on.
Stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
No, because by eating rotting corpses they prevent epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living and blood?
No, really upset him too. His theory collapsed.
Oh, shut up, Roach. Oh, shit, I missed this.
That's it, Roach.
Bird skull
Ooh.
and black crystal. Why do I think this is Yen's?
Alright, so that's the end of the tutorial, and that's going to be all for my stream for now. I might stream later again today, but in the meantime, that's enough for now. And I'll try to upload this onto YouTube, so if you're watching this from YouTube, big thank you for putting up with, my rambling, and I hope that it was educational for you in some way about the incredibly complex and wonderful game that this is. If you leave a like on my page, that'll be great. But not only that, you will actually gain magical powers. That's right, I am not shitting you. You will gain magical powers. You will be able to throw lightning bolts at fools and blow up minds of people who don't use them because they're fools. Alright, but yeah, so I'm gonna save and leave off. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.